Yeah, they try to put me in a box I don't fit. Try to make me blend in, I won't quit. God made me on purpose with intention. Every quirk, every flaw is part of the mission. They say I'm too much and not enough. Too loud, too quiet, too soft, too tough. But I was crafted by the master's hand. They don't understand, but that wasn't the plan.
Hello. Have you always been the strong one? Then you know, the one everyone leans on, everyone expects you to keep it together, the one people don't worry about because you have it all together. But lately, you're tired. And not just physically tired, though. Emotionally, mentally tired. Like you've been holding everything together for so long, sis, that you don't even know what it feels like not to be strong anymore. Yep. And the part that people don't see is you became strong because you had to. It's not like you wanted to. You didn't have a choice. When you go through like overwhelming seasons of hard seasons back to back to back, trauma, traumatic events, losses back to back to back, what happens is your body just starts to adapt. And then like you stop processing and you start just functioning. It's kind of like you just keep moving. You haven't had time to stop to process anything, really. And then what happens is it's like over time, being the strong one, all of a sudden it doesn't even feel like a choice anymore. What happens is it ends up being part of your identity because you've been strong for so long. But listen, here's what a lot of people don't talk about. When you are always the strong one, your nervous system never gets a chance to rest because it's just boom, boom, boom. It never gets a chance to rest because you're always being strong and on guard and, hyper vigilant about everything and trying to make sure everything's okay. You stay in a constant state of alert, even when nothing's wrong. That sound familiar? So what happens is you keep showing up, you keep giving, you keep being there for everyone else, but inside, you're literally carrying things that you never had time to process. You haven't had time to process it. It's just been too much. That's whether it be grief, disappointment, betrayal, loss. And because you never slowed down long enough to feel it, guess what happened? It never went away. It never went away. It just went inward. Yep. And here's where a lot of strong people get stuck. Because from the outside, it looks like you're handling everything okay. Everything looks good, shiny, I'm all together. It all looks good. Looks like you're handling everything just perfectly fine. But on the inside, your exhaustion from holding everything together, you're just exhausted. You're internally exhausted. And so today I just wanted to quickly and gently remind you of something that I don't want you to forget. God didn't want you carrying all this stuff by yourself, carrying all this alone. He didn't design you to live in just survival mode. He created you for peace. He says, I'll give you the peace that passeth all understanding. He doesn't want you to be in that chaotic state, sis. Yep. And being strong was never meant to be unseen or unsupported, meaning you're not supposed to be handling all this by yourself. It's too much. It's too much. Yep. And at some point, being the strong one, it kind of has to shift from holding everything in to allowing yourself to just heal and relax. So, this is what that may look like. Sometimes you might have to set some boundaries you weren't setting before. Saying no without over explaining. What does that mean? Well, saying if somebody say, hey, can you give me this, or can you go here, or can you go pick up the kids, or can you run across town when you get off work even though you haven't eaten or you haven't rested? Can you run and do this? Can you grab this for me? Oh, I need some money. I forgot this and that. You might have to say, no, I'm not going to be able to do that today. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to do it. You don't have to say, you know what, I only got 15 minutes. Well, you know what, I got 20 minutes in between here, and I can see if I could squeeze it in. And, I'm trying to wait for my next paycheck too. And no, sis, don't do all that. That's too much stress. I'm not going to be able to do that today. I'm so sorry. Maybe I can help you out next time. It may also look like letting people see that you're not okay. Look, I need to go home and get some rest. I've been ripping and running. I haven't even had enough time to slow down and just think for myself. And I need a break. I mean, it's okay. Just to let them know. Or simply just, again, give yourself permission to rest. I had to start doing that. I built me some rest days. I try to, at least on the weekend, try to do maybe one day, or on my Fridays off, I might try to take one whole day, just like my rest day. But if I have stuff to do, I'll try to schedule it. Okay, on this day I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I have work, or I'm gonna cook, or whatever. Now I'm getting back into my I like the home chef, where you can make your own meals and stuff like that, like those gourmet meals and stuff. So now I'm okay, because sometimes you get tired of making the same stuff over and over, and it's I like ideas and I like to cook. So I'm okay, I'm gonna get back on my home chef stuff and order me some meals that everything I need is gonna be in a box, and I can cook it that way. Simple stuff like that. And then protecting your peace is it's not selfish. Listen, it's necessary. And I mean necessary. Because listen, I don't care if it's family. I don't care if I'm at work, whatever. I'm not letting nobody just going to keep stealing my peace. I'll tell somebody in a minute, nah, I don't want to hear that. No, I'm not going to get involved with that. Or they call me with some stuff, or all this foolishness and going on, and then next thing I know, I could just feel my nervous system going out of regulation. Because I like peace and calm, but you can feel yourself getting worked up behind somebody else's stuff that don't even have nothing to do with you. Has nothing to do with you. Remember that circle of concern and circle of influence we talked about? You might be concerned about it, but it has nothing to do with you. So be selfish on your peace. No, not today, y'all. I'm not going to be able to do that. Turn your phone off. My phone at night is set to go off at a certain time, as far as on do not disturb, and everything is silenced until the next morning when it's time to come back on. So that's a tip, because if you don't, you'll keep pouring and pouring from places that's empty. Now you're depleted. And so you can't pour from an empty cup. Okay, sis? So in closing, just know you don't have to be strong. You don't have to always be strong. I know, especially in our culture, women, we're always the strong one. Always strong. And it's okay to be strong, but I'm not about to be just drug all around and depleting my energy and dealing with all kind of stuff that has nothing to do with me and extra drama. No, ma'am. No, sir. We got to do better, sis. We got to do better. You got to protect your peace. I'm just here to remind you because you also don't have to carry everything by yourself. Remember, I talked about in the other videos, if you hadn't seen it, having like a prayer partner. If you need to go talk it out with a professional like a psychologist, they're good just for listening. If you have friends or family members that's close, that's confidant, talk to them, talk it out. Because you know what? You deserve support. You deserve rest, and you deserve to feel safe and secure even when you're not holding it all together. You deserve it. Okay? So if this spoke to you, just know you're not alone. It's a lot of women that just carry so much. We all everywhere, working, cooking, doing this, business, this, that, the other. If you got a significant other, you're doing that, taking care of them, making sure they're straight and stuff like that. Hey, slow down a little bit, okay? And so if this spoke to you, just know you're not alone. And this is a space where you don't have to be the strong one all the time. We're really worrying about our faith, healing, and wellness. Okay. And just hang in there, sis. You got this. You got this. I was just sitting here to remind you that for today. Hang in there, get some rest, and just set those boundaries. And sometimes you just got to say no. All right. So if this message spoke to you, please like and subscribe. For those that are returning, thank you. For if you're viewing for the first time, welcome. And I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness as always.